Our next guest is a multi-talented gentleman. He wrote the hit song Never Can Say Goodbye for the Jackson 5. He's a fine Broadway and television actor, and you probably know him best as Clifton from That's My Mama. And he's currently starring on the stage in Medal of Honor Rag with Jose Ferrer. Here is young Clifton Davis. I read about this in the paper the other day that you were emoting and you're supposed to hit a chair or something.
Yeah, well, yes.
You overacted.
Well, no, I didn't know. I misjudged the distance, you know. In this play, I'm playing a Medal of Honor winner, which is really a true story, but it's sort of changed so that we won't get sued. But it's a true story about a young black man who was a Vietnam War veteran, received a Congressional Medal of Honor, and subsequently returned home. Had a little trouble in terms of his mind, snapped a little bit, and had psychiatric sessions, and then went AWOL from the mental hospital. Went home, had financial problems, impossible to get a job, and it was almost suicide. He went to rob a store. Pulled out a gun and said, this is a stick-up. Now, he's killed all these people in Vietnam. The gun is loaded. He didn't fire a shot, and the store owner emptied his gun into this man's body, and it would have been forgotten, except as they were checking over the body, they found in there a card that said, this man is the winner of a Congressional Medal of Honor. At any rate, at one point in the play, I have to become violently enraged with the doctor, and I pick up a chair and I go for his head. And somewhere just before I hit him, I'm supposed to get the, come to, but I still have to vent the rage, and so instead of hitting his head, I hit the desk. Well, opening night, I really got into it. Opening night. I looked at Joe Ferrer in his eyes, and he was looking at me, and I looked in his eyes, and I said, I'm serious. You know, I'm going to rip your head off with this chair. And I came at him with this chair, and sensibility came to me for a moment, and I had gotten so excited, I went just about 6 inches too close to the desk. And wham, with all my strength, down came the chair on the desk, but my finger was in between the two. So I had about 1 second to decide whether or not we should just cancel the plea right there.
Did you do a lot of screaming at that point?
Oh, no.
No?
Oh, no. Joe Ferrer, on stage with me, 2-character play, did not know my finger was broken until 45 minutes later when the play was over. I knew. But I looked at it and was open wide, and I know that audiences they would forget the play and get hung up. Oh, my God, he's hurt his finger.
Yep.
So I fortunately had a handkerchief in my pocket. I started wrapping the fingers, so I kept with my lines and the moments and everything. And as I was wrapping with the handkerchief, I felt these bones jiggling. And I went, oh, yeah, put it in pocket and keep going.
And is that smart?
Oh, did it smart. But the adrenaline was so high from an opening that I didn't really start feeling the real pain until about 4 o'clock in the morning.
Did you have to use that later in the act? Take it out of your pocket at any point?
Yes, I did. I had to.
How do you do it now?
Well, now I just, it doesn't hurt as bad and I forget it. This is a little cast with a little dark Egyptian. Dark Egyptian makeup on.
Why did That's My Mama go off? Because I thought it was doing great.
Well, you know, here on the East, your audience... By the way, you are a most congenial host, and I want to thank you for having me again. Every time I come here, it's really a groove because you really look at me. You really talk to people. I mean, there are certain shows, the talk shows, where they don't really talk to you. They're talking at you and looking somewhere else.
What?
And it's kind of nice to talk to Mike. Anyway, it's true. It's together. We had a very, very large audience on the East Coast and the West Coast. Yeah. However, there's a lot of people in between.
A lot of real estate.
Oh, a lot of real estate with a lot of people on it, and they preferred the prairie to us. And it's just a ratings game. When the ratings drop below certain level, they just whip you off.
You're into Great Danes, I'm told, and that's,
Oh.
I've always been a German Shepherd guy, and I finally got a Great Dane, and I'm crackers over that dog.
Do you love it?
Oh, he's like a human being.
Yeah.
He's
I love
some of
it.
it.
I got 2 of them.
Oh, two.
Eating me out of house and home.
And he isn't kidding, folks.
I am serious. I mean, literally. My girlfriend was at the house one day, and she said, I was watching a football game, and you do not disturb me when I'm watching the Los Angeles Rams. She came in and she said, Clifton, and I said, what? What? She said, Leroy just bit off a piece of the house. I said, oh, please don't be ridiculous. I mean, come now, it's a puppy. Come, I'm watching the game. So she said, all right. After the game, I happened to be walking out in the yard, and I looked. This dog had bitten off a hunk of wood off the house like crunch, just bitten it right off.
Huge.
And it was only 7 months at the time. Well, I tell you, I'm training this one. I want him to be a little. I see these commercials about horses that are thoroughbreds and how they let them run free, and then after a certain amount of time, they become these great things. So I'm going to train this dog eventually to be a show dog, right?
You
Well,
gotta start
he
early.
is now a year and 2 months old. He's 6'1" on his hind legs, and the reason I know he's almost ready to go is because the 6-foot fence that I had built for him, 2x4s, 2x1 pegs like this, with a 4x4 post in cement like this. They've been banging up against this thing, and now that he figured out how to get out from the inside, and I cut that, he just last week bit off 3 of these 2x1s, reached over the fence with his paw, lifted the latch, kicked the door open, and said, I'm getting out. They do it. Now that's a smart dog. That's a smart dog.
You know something? He's not fully grown.
No.
They're not fully grown until they're 2 years old. You knew that. Didn't you?
Oh yeah, I got him from a breeder who breeds the largest Great Danes in America, and I expect him to be quite big. Right now he's about 6'1" on his hind legs and about 150 pounds, and he's got 6 more months to grow.
And he'll be running at Santa Anita shortly. You just celebrated a birthday.
Yesterday.
Yet, well, it's belated.
Well,
We're
3 weeks ago.
Shouldn't we? How old? Clifton?
Oh, come on. I'm 31.
31.
Clifton Davis.
I want to take this opportunity to thank all my guests. Henry
You guys
Mancini.
look like you got dandruff.
Yes, large dandruff. I want to thank Henry Mancini, correspondent Daniel Shore, Hank Garcia, Clifton Davis, Mario Andretti, and lovely Lynn Redgrave, of course, and my co-host David Jansen. And join David and me tomorrow when our guests will be Sheila McRae, George Kirby, Cliff Robertson, Andrea Marcovici, and Henry Mancini is going to take us home. And what better way to
She
travel?
opened for me at Reno Sweeney's. She's marvelous.
Promotional fee paid by Delta Airlines. Next trip, fly Delta, the airline run by professionals. We fly to 90 cities every day. Delta is ready when you are. By Pontiac's classic Grand Prix, the luxury sports car with style, prestige, and great performance. New front-end grill, energy-absorbing front and rear bumpers. The Grand Prix is evidence that Pontiac is the mark of great cars. Some guests at the Mike Douglas Show receive a two-test 8-gallon shop vac from True Value hardware stores who combine value and personal service in over 5,000 locations nationwide. Guests at the Mike Douglas Show stay at the Benjamin Franklin Hotel in Philadelphia, nearest hotel to Independence Park.